Hello YouTube, I'm David with the David West channel. If you saw my video yesterday, you saw that I burnt up all of my hand and bow drill sets except for this one fireboard made out of spalted white oak. I did not save the spindle that went with it because it was only 6 inches long. So I got another piece out of the wood pile and I've already cut it. And you see that section that has spalted wood in it?
Let's head over here. I'm gonna do it on top of these rounds.
More companion, stainless steel, heavy duty. And my dogwood wedge has split on me. It should still work. It's the same dogwood that this baton is made out of, and this split also. Let's see if it'll work though. Change of plans. Instead of trying to split this 8 or 9 inch piece, we'll split this 7-inch piece. And there's a reason for all of my struggles. That's what I was trying to split through right there. And right in here, this wedge right here is what I'm after. So let's see if it'll cooperate. And here is that spalted wood. That's interesting. Here's the piece that I'm after right here. When you break it open though, this piece looks better. So let's go ahead and turn this into a spindle. We're going to have plenty of shavings for a tinder bundle when we get done with this. That is razor sharp. really turned out great. It'd be a lot greater if it works. Nice thing about these hardwood bow drill sets is you can get lots and lots of embers out of one divot. And this is a little bit big for the divot, but I think it's going to work. I can't wait to try it out. Let me get out my wool blanket and get down on the ground, and we'll see if it works. All right, got all the shavings, got our set. Here's one piece of bark, but let's go ahead and take the bark off and we'll burn those in our little IKEA stove. Deeper divots. Let's use this one here. It's actually more slick too. Beautiful. I don't need all that air blowing on it. It's not going to coalesce right if the wind is using it up. So we'll block the wind. That wasn't a great idea. Can't get to my shavings like I need to. You usually want to let a bow drill ember coalesce for 1 to 2 minutes so it can come together and get hard and become hotter and more durable. You don't want it to fall into 1,000 pieces when you drop it into the tinder bundle. It goes to flames a lot quicker that way too if you let it coalesce. All right. We're just about at the very bottom of that fireboard. And the bearing block end did well. Fat wood is always great for your bearing block. And we got a little bit pointy on the spindle, but it did well. I can't complain about any of this. Especially this spindle made out of material straight off the landscape. Straight out of the wood pile, that is. So, it did well. Hang around and check out this last 20 seconds of my video. I'll put some links in there of other videos that I think you would enjoy. And then you still need to watch me build up the fire enough to burn these shavings and that bark. What if I could just stick these in there upright like that? It is 4 hours later, and I just edited that video, and I saw that my hobo stove was not even in the frame. So let's go ahead and make another fire. It'll just prove to you what a great set you can get out of spalted white oak, or really any wood that's spalted. So there's not much left in the bottom of that fireboard, so I'm going to cut that tip off that point so it won't drill a hole through the bottom. And you know, I split that log up into eighths, and I got this spindle out of one of those eighths. Well, I just took another one of the eighths and got all these batonings out of it, all of these, and put some pine needles down in here. And we still have some of these shavings from the first fire that we made. Stick them in there. This will be my micro mini pine needles tinder bundle. And then when those flames get going well, we'll put these smaller batonings on there. Let's just see what happens. That tip slipped out of the bearing block end, but we have an ember. Once again, the wind is trying to use it up. Let's slow that wind down so that ember will have a chance to coalesce. So let me make a request of you again. Do me a favor now before you leave my channel. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and in that drop down list select all, and do give the video a like. I appreciate you joining me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.